You already know what's going on. It's me, Royal, just.
Hey Royalties, this is your beautiful host, Royal Joss, coming to you with another new episode on Royal Talks. Before I do introductions for the special guest that is on our show, I want to do a little bit of a recap of what Royal Talks stands for. So Royal Talks is a platform or space that entrepreneurs, musicians, artists, creatives can just come on and have an organic conversation with us about their journey and how they started. So I want to first introduce our special guest. Her name is L.E.A.N, and she's here to talk about her journey of how she started as a musical artist, and she's very well known in the DMV, so I want to highlight that too. So L.E.A.N, thank you so much for being on our show. Thank you for making time in your busy schedule. I know you have a lot of things going on, and I can't wait to have the conversation about what you're doing right now.
I want to say thank you to you for the opportunity, and I'm just so excited to be here.
Yes, girl. So I'm gonna kind of just start off of where are you from? How did you start? What you're doing? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is L.E.A.N. That represents Love Eliminates All Negativity. I was born and raised in Tacoma Park, Maryland, and then I moved to Pretty Girl County, PG County.
Okay.
When I was about like 6 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah, and my family is originally from Sierra Leone.
Oh.
So shout out to West Africa.
Yes. Awesome. And I'm from Moco too, actually. I was raised there. So when you said Tacoma Park, I was like, yes, girl, yeah. Moco too. But yeah, that's great. So what started you on like your musical journey, or just like kind of what brought you to what you're doing now for yourself?
So that's a good question. So my mom, before she came to the States, she was doing comedy, and she was actually famous in her country, and the president himself sent her over here to the States.
Wow.
So she continued to perform, and then she met my father, who was also a known DMV DJ, and he would also do photography, and he was also making music. Okay. So he had over like 14 albums. So like he would always like try to force me and my brother to record, and like, hey, you gotta do this. The only thing I was really gravitating towards was choir. So I was in choir for like 3-4 years.
Wow.
But he was like pushing it so much, but I was like, little did he know it was just marinating. So when the time hit after like kind of high school, coming out of high school, just took off.
And so when you hit high school, you were like, okay, I want to take music more seriously. Like you wanted to become like a full-on musician.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like your family's very powerful too. I mean, the president, like that's big. That's big.
Thank you.
Okay, so do you want to share kind of like your social media handles, kind of, tell the viewers where they can find you?
Okay, so you guys can follow me on Instagram at LEANXBIH, and on Twitter LEANBIH. And in my bios, I have my link tree, so it's linked to all my music, interviews, anything you guys want to check out.
Awesome. And we're definitely going to put that in the description box so you guys can click and find that too. So, all right, let's move on to the next question. So, how did you get inspired to begin as an artist? It was also your father, but was there any mentors or anybody that kind of started you in that path of, okay, I can write music, I can record, do it all by myself?
So I would say, so my dad is adopted. So we actually have like white family. So my grandfather Hallman, he's a choir in the church. So he was always, singing and things of that nature. But like I said, it all like trickles down to my father. And because of him being inspired by that, my father would always handwrite his music. So even when I was in choir class, and we wouldn't really be doing much besides just like vocal exercises and things like that, I would take that time to journal in my math book, because I hated math at the time. But I would literally just write rhymes and just little poems and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then I remember one day my dad actually handed me a stack of all his written songs. And I remember just reading through it. I was like, you know what? He's really speaking from just experiences. So it really was him. Like I just really just had to tap into my experiences and how could I make it in song for people to resonate with. So,
and also like make it your own because that's what you wanted to start doing. That's beautiful. That's so cute. So we're gonna go to a little bit of questions about you. So this question is, what would you say is your spirit animals?
Ooh. All right, so I would say fall between two. I would say a Black Panther and a cat, but like Black Panther is kind of in a cat family, I believe. But
like the parents.
Yeah, basically. And I just feel like, well, I was watching this thing on TikTok, and they were saying how cats are very spiritually led, that people don't know. Like they feel energy versus like, you know, dogs are more hands-on with it, like barking. They're more instinct with, you know, energies that they feel. People come to the house, they sense you right when you're at the door. Cats are more so, they see beyond like fields of energy and things of that nature.
Wow.
So I feel that is me in a way. And also wherever I go, I see a cat. I feel like it's also a sense of protection. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Or like it's following you to remind you. Like, see more than what you see.
And you know, cats are frisky. They're not afraid. They know how to get catty when it's time, but they really just be chilling, you know? And they're independent animals. Like they clean themselves. They eat when they want to eat. It's not much to, you know.
To take care of them.
Yeah.
Got you. So next question is top 5 artists. And this can be any genre or any type of, you know, musical artist, whether it's classical, you know, anything. What would you say is your top 5?
Ooh.
And I know there's a lot of artists right now. They dropping some hot music or haven't dropped yet. Playboy Cardi. But yeah, so what would you say is your top 5?
So I would say, in no particular order, I have to say Missy Elliott.
All right.
I would say Lil Kim.
Okay.
Lil Wayne.
Okay. Now you dropping the legends.
Yes, because I'm trying to remember back to the time when I was in the mirror trying to learn who's bars for bar, like things like that. So
got you.
I would say I can't mention Pac without Biggie. I can't mention Biggie without Pac. It's like it's hard, and I want to put them in one. I'm not gonna lie, even though they both have their own scales and delivery, flows, things of that nature, but I have to say both of them.
Right. And I agree with you though. That counts as like one because you can't have Pop without Biggie.
Exactly.
Even though it was like complete, the style was different. It's still like there as one.
Yeah. So,
all right, we got 4.
Man, I want to say. I wish I could have 6 because I want to say Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
But Busta, I have to say him too. Yeah,
Busta Rhymes. Oh, Busta Rhymes. Okay, because I was like, wait a minute, Busta. But then, okay, yes. Wow, you have a lot of people that were lyrically talented in your list. So, would you say you pull from that? Like you pull that type of relation of when you're making music and everything? Okay.
Very much so. Like I remember, mind you, my dad was a DJ, so when he will have gigs. Mind you, we were so young, so sometimes the party will be going on till 3, 4 in the morning, and he would have a blanket under his DJ table for me and my brother to sleep. And it's like all the music I was just laying there sometimes and listening to. Sometimes we won't even be sleeping, just tired out, probably wake up and party some more. Yeah. You know? But I just remember vividly as I was growing into middle school, high school, I wanted to know what these bars were, like how to repeat it, how they did, master the flow of it, like definitely.
Awesome. All right, so we're going to tie back to a little bit of community. So, of course, you're from the DMV area. So, what would you say is your favorite Black-owned food spots in the DMV area?
And a girl let it eat now.
Girl, me too. So, you know, drop them gems for our viewers to know.
So, I would say my favorite, I love Horace and Dickey's.
Okay.
I love Horace and Dickey's. You gotta get the 4-piece, get a little sweet potato yam on the side, a little mac and cheese. Their mac and cheese butts don't. I would say I like Shark's Fish and Chicken. Like that's another one, but that's just like a local spot that I go to because they have such different varieties.
Okay.
Vista Gardens, by the way. And I will also say that jerk chicken because I love chicken. You can go wrong with chicken.
Definitely.
Like, yeah, just some island flair in there. Yeah.
You've ever been to Jerk at Night?
I haven't.
Oh, it's so good. And they're open really late. Like they're open till like 3 in the morning on the weekends. I think the only day they're closed is Monday. So
what would you say to get for my first time?
Doodas.
What's that?
I know that's something that people don't know because it's vegan food, but honestly, it's like soul food, but you can't even tell it's vegan. Okay. So Doodas, it's here in Mount Rainier area, so like the border of like DC and Maryland. Okay. But I would say I recommend that to everyone. If not, always check out Union Market. Okay. Because they have
so many.
Yes, so many options. I mean, the seafood spot, I love it. My go-to at Union Market, I would say, is the ramen spot and the bao buns.
Ooh, okay. I love me some ramen.
Yeah, it's so good. All right. So if you could eat one food for the rest of your life, there's no other options. Damn. You on an island, and this is the only restaurant on the island.
Ooh.
What would you choose?
The only restaurant? That's wild.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to think of a meal that'll give me protein. It'll give me my carbs. My favorite food, like overall, is chicken and shrimp Alfredo pasta. But you know how you can throw like some broccoli in there sometimes, just a little. So I feel like that has my protein, it has my carbs, it got my greens, but damn, every day. I guess like a way you could cheat that is what you just said, like change the vegetable every time that you make it. So hopefully, you don't die from chicken Alfredo. But nah, chicken Alfredo is bomb. Like it's easy to make. I mean, you could, like you say, you can mix in anything. Yeah. All right, chicken Alfredo. All right, let's go circle back to, performances, events that you've done. Okay. So if you could perform at any, well-known event, so those big concert festivals, Coachella, Trilectro, any big concert, which one of those concerts or events would you perform or want to perform in? My biggest dream, like as much as of course I want to do a Coachella, I want to do, like a Camp Flognog with Tyler the Creator. I really want to do that.
That would be dope.
But I've really always wanted to do Rolling Loud. Like just experiencing Rolling Loud. Basically, I went to Rolling Loud the time where Rocky was released from prison. Yeah, and it was huge. And then I seen Travis, I seen Uzi, seen Young Thug, Free Young Thug.
Yes, Free Young Thug.
But it was just the experience of hundreds and thousands of kids, people just resonating with the music. Just literally just a whole, that's one thing I love about concerts. Yeah. And I've always been a concert goer since high school.
Me too. Yeah. Me too. I think it's something in the air. Like people just connect with each other automatically. Like little side story. Right. I went to Broccoli City this year. Okay. And I gave it another chance because I was like, it's the DMV. I'm trying to support. Of course, the line was long. Yeah. But I was on will call waiting for my bracelet, and that was a hot mess. But it's funny because in the line, I actually met one of the closest friends I have now. See? In the line, and I got lost because I was supposed to meet up with some other friends inside the festival. But I met these girls, and tell me why, like, we ended up becoming the closest friends after. And I didn't know any of them. Any of them. And I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing how, this can actually, it was a bad situation. Right. But it turned into something that was like connection with people that I don't even know.
Exactly. Yeah. And those are the moments in life I live for. The spontaneous moments. Because you never know what comes out of a situation. That's why I always try to tell people, like, it's so easy to derail and focus on the negative, but you just never know. Everything is probably aligning its path through that bad situation.
For sure.
That's dope. That's dope. And I think Broccoli Fest is actually another one I would love to do.
Yeah. No, they did it big this past year. I don't know if it was because maybe COVID, you know, that gave them a break. But they had like, it was like a real festival style, like 2 stages, a bunch of tents, you know, white tents with like the food vendors, the clothing vendors. They had a whole bunch of stuff.
Wow.
They even had video games. I didn't even know. I mean, it was so huge that I couldn't go to everything.
Yeah.
But I think they did a good job. But please, like, work on that will call because we was in there. But I want to circle back to what you were saying about you want to do a Rolling Loud. You want to kind of perform there. So, like, how would that look like? You know, what inspired you to want to perform at Rolling Loud?
So I remember vividly when I seen Travis Scott perform. He was the last performance before I left. So mind you, I was with all my friends, and at first we were in the middle of the crowd. We all linked arms. We were all trying to get to the front.
I know.
But then I think before Travis came on, I forgot. I don't know if it was Juice WRLD was on another stage. It was another artist, but all my friends disappeared. So I'm like, okay, do I go find them or just live in the moment and focus on, you know what I mean? So I didn't think it was selfish. We paid a lot of money. So I risked it all. I found my way to the front and Travis comes on.
Oh my God.
When I tell you the force that man has is insane. I was just, at some points, I just had to put my phone down and really had to resonate and take in the moment. And I looked around at the crowd and then I look at him and I'm like, I really desire this one day. Just to know that my music and my presence would be able to move a crowd like this. And they're all resonating with the music. Everyone's grabbing each other. People, like you said, people you don't even know. Guys, girls I didn't even know. We're just all jumping and oh my God, that's what I really want my music to be able to do. Is to impact people to just be together for, if even it's just for the moment or for the day, whatever.
And put their phone down.
Yes.
Like that is an insane feeling because I've experienced that too. Where it's like you're getting good videos and photos, but then you're like, man, let me really listen to the performance. And I think it was when Brent Fayez came on, I stopped. Like I stopped, I put my phone down. I was like, man, let me just see the actual show instead of trying to always capture, you know, every little moment.
Right.
So yeah, I think I would have done the same thing if it was Travis Scott at Rolling Loud.
And he actually like broke his, I think he twisted his ankle or broke his leg. I have the video, but he still kept performing.
What?
And that's why it was so inspiring. Because the first time I seen him ever was in high school at the Fillmore.
Yeah.
So to see him,
I saw him at the Fillmore.
Yeah, see, he was in the same vicinity.
We probably were.
Like,
I mean, yeah, because I saw him twice at the Fillmore.
See?
When he did Rodeo, and then I think he did one more, and then that was it. Because it was packed all the time at the Fillmore, and I was like, he has to perform somewhere bigger.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. Like, he twisted his what? His ankle?
Yeah. He was literally hopping on one leg, still going down the stage, up the stage, and then they brought in the chair to wheel him out. But people were still rocking out. Like, it was just crazy. But to see his growth from the Fillmore till now,
absolutely,
like, with dedication and time and hard work,
absolutely. And also, you gotta have like a vision because his performances are like, it takes your breath away a little bit because you're like, oh my God, look at that fire, or look at the lights and or the imagery. I think it's also like you gotta have a vision for entertainment too.
Yeah, that's true. I love how every album is like a theme.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So the next question is about kind of like, because I know I heard a little bit that you like superheroes and anime. So I do love superheroes and anime as well. So I wanted to ask you, if you were a superhero, what superhero would you be and why?
Okay, so I'm glad you put in that anime because I would say a superhero first, a couple, and then I'll say the anime character.
Okay.
So for superhero, I thought of, or like, let's say like Mystique from X-Men. I always used to watch X-Men with my brother, and I would love how she could literally shapeshift into anybody.
Right.
You know how you could come up off of that? Well, I can shapeshift into Rihanna walking to any spot. Like, just there's so much stuff you can do with that. I would say also if they had a Flash woman, because you know the Flash.
Yeah.
He's just. I could say gas. You know, I could run anywhere. I could change. You know how long it takes girls to do our makeup?
Girl,
and hair?
yes. Even for today, I know we was up at like 8 a.m.
Exactly. So I think him too. And then also, I've always been infatuated with Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
So now when I see Into the Spider-Verse, I love that movie. I've seen it like 3 times.
Can't wait for the next one.
Yes.
Like I'm waiting on it. Well, we gonna see how it ends. You know, we gonna see. See.
But I love if I could be a Spider-Girl or something.
Okay.
But an anime character, I love Demon Slayer.
Yes.
That's my favorite anime. So I would either be Tanjiro or I would be Nezuko. Yeah.
I think I'll be Nezuko.
Yeah.
Because her powers is crazy. The fact that like your blood can become powers.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy.
It is crazy. And also I would in the last season, I think it's how do you say it? Kanroji? The girl that had the love. Yes.
I forget her name too sometimes. But yeah, her sword.
Oh my gosh.
That was dope.
And all her power moves are based off love.
Yeah.
So knowing that love eliminates, you know.
Right. Yes. Another artist that kind of reminds me of what we just talked about too is Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Because she always she loves anime
She
too,
does.
but she also tries to incorporate like her fashion styles to anime, and I think that's pretty dope to do because a lot of the fashion styles I feel like comes from Japanese Japanese clothing or Japanese artistry, and I just feel like that's very dope how you can mesh both and kind of create your own style to it. So
I love that too.
That's cool. All right, so the next question is, what imprint do you want your music to leave behind? So you're kind of like your legend or legacy. What do you want to leave behind when L.E.A.N performs or L.E.A.N drops an album? What are you trying to leave behind for yourself?
That's a good question. I want to leave behind the message of people knowing that you can take all your past experiences and use them to your advantage. Not necessarily, of course, like they say, forgive, forget, move forward. But I don't necessarily like to forget. Instead, I like to take what I've learned from those experiences and apply them.
Absolutely.
So in my music, I always make sure that is authentically 100% me.
Yeah.
Like anything that you're hearing is based off an experience or something I felt, something I've seen. And I want people to be able to resonate with that, to say, hey, this is how I'm feeling too. And okay, if she can take it this way, how can I take it in my own way? You don't even have to make music.
Yeah.
It can be how it inspires your fashion or how it inspires your drawings, paintings, or anything that you do. So I think the legacy I want to leave behind is the fact of a matter of, or energies of healing, of love and light, and just living in the moment. I feel like I want to make music that is not only timeless, but allows people to just, no matter where you are, no matter how you're feeling, sad, happy, you are able to feel and know that you are not by yourself.
Absolutely.
Like, if you can't find anyone that's been through that, I would want a song or something pertaining to what you are feeling.
Wow. Wow, that's impactful.
Thank you.
Well, and I know you will accomplish that. I know you will. Where do you aspire to be 5 years from now?
Wow. I'm such a gatekeeper for my long-term goals and dreams, but to touch the surface, I do see myself already in the industry per se.
Okay.
I would see just breaking down the walls and barriers for myself, because I don't necessarily like to see others as competition. I feel like we are our own biggest competition and critic. So I feel I see collaborations. I see magazine covers. I see like fashion shows. I love fashion.
And they need to bring those back.
Yes.
Like locally, I mean, I know there's like big name fashion shows, but they need to bring back the local ones.
Yes.
I know before COVID, that's something that I really, you know, it really motivated me and inspired me to be in fashion shows and just see what was going on in the area rather than just like the, you know, New York Fashion Week and sorry. Okay, now we're good. All right, so versus just like the New York Fashion Week, which is like a big name, but not a lot of people are able to access that.
Right.
So it's like, how can we make it more accessible?
I was hope like pop-up events and stuff like that. I would love to go to those.
Yes.
Like I would always stay in Merino Infantry or Saints. Local brands. I love like. It's something about the DMV. Our style is so eclectic. It's different. And I just love how they're not afraid to do pops of colors and like fonts, like just big grand gestures on clothing that literally looks like, oh, where'd she get that piece from? Like, I'm such a piece type of person. Like I have to like it or like love it. I'm not just gonna get it because of the name.
Or just like a one-time use either. Like I like to style different times, different outfits so that, you know, this piece, it really gotta be something I want to buy so that I can use it many times.
Exactly.
Yeah. So hopefully, you know, you can bring that back too. A pop-up fashion show, you know, I'm here for it. We'll support you.
Thank you.
All right. So is there anything you want to leave, like I kind of ask everybody, leave like a tip or some form of advice for somebody that is aspiring to be an artist or creative? Like, is there anything you want to kind of like drop the mic type of advice for them?
Ooh. Okay, I would say follow your own creative direction. Like, it's good to be inspired, but you have to make it you. And I would say there's growth in the beginning. So you have to make sure that, like, you're not going to start off perfect. You're going to have to go through, some songs may be bad, some melodies may not sound right, some, you know, things may be out of place, but you are literally in the direction of carving and paving your own way. So do not stop there. Just continue to grow, continue to absorb knowledge on what it is you're trying to do. And it don't even have to be just music, you know, but I would say for me, even when the naysayers were around, because you're always going to have that. There's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people talking down on you. Oh, you can't do this, that, and the third. You got to make sure it's implanted in here. And that's the voice that's going to carry you through, even till the end, you know, because the bigger you get, new levels, new devils. So just know that it is possible. Believe in yourself. Pray. I feel like as a spiritual person, I have to put that in there. Praying to God and having that belief and hope. He's not a genie. He's not just going to grant you wishes, because if you ask God to say, oh, I want to be a musician or I want to make it big, He's going to put you in situations and scenarios, good or bad, to build you up character-wise to be able to handle what you're asking for. So just continue to strive, believe in yourself, you know, and I feel like you'll be good.
All right. Well, we have it here with L.E.A.N. Thank you so much for coming on. Of course, in the future, if you ever want to come back on Royal Talks, you're more than welcome to come.
Yes.
We always like to, you know, check on everybody and see how they're doing. Also, maybe months ahead or years ahead, kind of see, you know, what you're up to next.
Okay.
But as you have it here, she said, carve your way, and growth also can come in the beginning. So let's keep that in mind. For our viewers, thank you for tuning in. This was another wonderful episode of Royal Talks. And make sure to like and subscribe, share this video with your friends, anybody that you know. And thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good one. Peace, love, and prosperity.
You already know what's going on. It's me, Royal Just.